Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique, where I take a look at a different tabletop game every weekday at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out ThreeTale. And this is a co-op adventure board game for 1 and 3 players. Not 1 to 3, but 1 and 3 players. You travel fro. So I am actually really surprised that this is not doing better. It currently is the 18th most popular project on all of, I believe, tabletop or games, one of the two. And the reason why I chose this and why you might see some things scheduled out in the future is sometimes I'm just legit interested in a project, but most of the time I go to Kickstarter and I see which projects have initial buzz. So a lot of projects, if you go to the upcoming project, will say like they have 1,000 people waiting for this project to launch. They have 5,000 people waiting for the project to launch. So I try to get ones that are relatively popular. So I was expecting this to have a little bit of a bigger boom, and I'm curious to see what's potentially holding it back, if anything. I will say the beginning image doesn't really grip me. I mean, co-op adventure board game. Like, cooperative, I'm glad you spotlight that. 1 and 3 players. And it looks like they're really putting a lot of emphasis on the minis and focus on the minis. And that's not what I want to see focus on. I want to see focus on what kind of adventure game this is. What's the time link? What's the player count? Is this something I can play with my kids? You know, useful information could be here that is not, and instead I just see large miniatures. Cool. And, okay, that's a nice looking box. I think I get a sense of scale from the box. It looks like it's about a Ticket to Ride style box, I'm gonna guess. Hopefully we'll know in the future, but as always, when I click on this video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Wowzers, $82,000 goal. That's a pretty high goal. Let's go.
I dreamt of a possible future so bleak. In reality, torn at the seam, I woke drenched in cold sweat, in fear that this might be what is left of us.
I'm really yearning for some gameplay stuff right now. I hope this is not just a minute 26 of theme. I want to see boards. I want to see a lot more than just theme and art.
The alternative was harsher than the last. Vicious.
Wait, what?
Every alternative was harsher than the last.
All right, please let me know if someone's in the chat. I'm going to try it one more time. I can't understand this.
Every alternative was harsher.
Their only alternative was harsher. Okay, got it. And that's why I always think subtitles are great. If there's any confusion at all, I think subtitles are spectacular. Even if there's not, I just think they're great.
Vicious tentacles entwining the whole world in their grasp. Hypnotists fighting to entrap your mind in an iron clasp.
What?
While reflectors of darkness and rulers without hearts.
What the hell's going on?
Strive to steal the life out of your last breath. I only had one thought. This monstrosity must be stopped.
Okay, so you're gonna kill the thing.
You need to assume your heroic identity and travel back to the past. To develop your virtues, bring nobleness back. There is no one else who could help the future.
Why do we?
The world alongside you would be long lost. You must travel to the land of ancient Thrace and witness which prophecy shall be fulfilled in the end. Okay.
I was not particularly gripped by that video, and that stinks. Like, the theme sounds interesting. Like, you know, I gotta go off and rewrite history, pretty much, and that sounds cool, but I don't know how I'm actually gonna do that. And just, if this were a minute 27 and it was just amazing theme and it just completely kicked me in the butt, then yeah, I could give it a pass. But this one I didn't feel like did that. Like, I'm interested in the game, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this. Let me know what you thought about it after that video in the comments down below. 265 backers, 22K. Not bad at all for just launching. First created 8 backed. Okay. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, but you do need to wow me in this area right here to convince me that this is worth spending the money on. A board game publisher with a goal to provide the best co-op experience and make your family game night legendary. Our mission is to unite talented game designers and illustrators in order to create high-quality games. Okay, so what they're saying is they are a third party who is bringing together talented game designers and illustrators. Okay, I don't have an issue with that in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Good to know. Let's check out their website, because I'm going to need to see if there's anything credibility-wise here that maybe we could recommend. The game is currently live on Kickstarter. Is this just a website that just say, oh, okay. So we got this shot. This is pretty much just another Kickstarter page, though. Is that what I'm getting here? Oh, wow, try it free on Tabletopia. This is all good stuff. So that right there, try it free on Tabletopia, can you do it, makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, because I could play it right now if I really wanted to. And I actually am, heads up, going to be doing more live gameplays of different ones of these Kickstarter games. So ThreeTale summary. ThreeTale is a cooperative adventure board game for 1 and 3 players. You will travel from present day to ancient times where you will find the strength and wisdom needed to save the future from the grip of evil. Oh, 70 euros. I love the price right there. Okay, I have it in my mind, 70 euros, and I say that's a little bit over MSRP. MSRP is $60, so this one I'm probably looking at 85, so it's more than a little over MSP. But what am I getting? I don't particularly like this shot. I'd like to see it zoomed in, and I know they're hopefully going to do a long, scrolling, sexy shot. But I don't feel like this screams necessarily $70 to me at first glance. And I imagine once I zoom in a little bit more, it might do that. But let's keep going down. 5 hero minis, 5 dual-layer hero boards. So this is a minis game with 5 minis, and you're charging over $80. So that's going to be a really hard sell right there. You got to know right from the jump, that's going to be a little bit of a hard pill to swallow. Because MSRP is typically, in my mind, for games that do not have minis. Or if they do, they have a few miniatures. If this one only has a few miniatures, yet it's still substantially over MSRP, that really kind of just makes me go, why is that? That seems kind of odd. So hopefully you can convince me. And it looks like this is going to be what it does. 200, no, those are tokens. So 255 cards, 5 dual-layer hero boards, so that's hot. 5 Final Quest miniatures. Oh, so there's 10 minis altogether. Okay, okay. So 10 minis, 1 rule book, 1 prophecy book, and many more. 1 and 3 players, 2 hours. Now that right there I think is something immediately misstep. I would have spotlighted that right from the jump. A 2-hour adventure game I think is going to hit a lot of people in a really good way. Because it's slightly longer than your typical medium, but it's not like, oh my gosh, all day sort of thing. And I think there's definitely a niche for that. Because people love those big, meaty experiences, but if you can condense it down, that's great. So 2 hours, that gets me excited. Has a board where you control their stats and talents as well as a miniature that you move through the map. So we see the minis and they look okay. They look okay. 38 millimeters. I would convert that to inches just for all the dumb Americans, which once again is probably the majority of the people in here. Let's check it out. 105 to 20. Yep. So Bulgaria showing up strong. Big ups. That's awesome. Hopefully they got some good Bulgarian shipping, especially if these people are from Bulgaria, which I believe is the case. Okay, so we're spotlighting components here, which I guess is fine. I've seen the price. Do I want it? Yeah, I'm interested. You need to convince me a little bit more. I need to see some quotes, some gameplay, something like that. Do I want it, or can you do it? We'll get there. We'll get there. I do like the fact that it's already on Tabletopia. That tells me that you know the board game industry. You know what you should be doing. You know, and that goes a long way. All right, so, and that also tells me that this is a team, because if you're developing this in Tabletopia, that's just a whole extra step in the process that, let's be honest, if you were just going to start creating your own game, would that be something you'd really think about at first? No, you're play testing, you're writing in notebooks. So I do like that. All right, so we got 15 D6, and now we got the long scrolling shot. So 30 tiles, okay. And these are dual layered boards. Look at all the spots on there. That looks great. Lots of different stats to keep track of. This looks nice and smooth and clean. And oh, it almost looks like an MMORPG sort of area where it's like, oh, this is like press Y, press X. You have your different special abilities there. Like that. That's a clean board. Cards. Lots of info on the cards. Okay, and so now, 255 cards isn't a massively impressive number when you see cards in a game, but when I start seeing cards like this with lots of text, lots of interesting aspects going on, I say, okay, 255 cards, I'm in. 3 quick start rule cards, love it. 10 quest cards, okay. So right now we're looking at 20 hours of gameplay over 10 sessions, and I start to say to myself, you know what? I am now on board with that $85 price tag. You know, that breaks down to what, $8.50 a game? I don't have an issue with that. That's a lot of fun I'm having with 2 very specific friends or playing solo. You know, and look at it from this perspective. If you could get this to work with 3 people, like, that's going to be, you're going to really have a fun time, hopefully, in this adventure. Now, I think I need to be convinced a little bit more about the story. And hopefully we'll see some more of that interweaved of how exactly this works. Because if you spent the entire minute, 20 seconds of your video not showing any components in your game, not really talking about your gameplay that in depth, but just talking about theme, I need to be convinced a little bit more on theme. 5 prophecy cards, look at that. Tons of text. Awesome. Level artifact cards, like it. Books, okay. So this is the rule book. This is the future book. I'd like to know the number of pages. I feel like that's just kind of a no-brainer. Right there, and I want to see those clickable. I want to be able to click on those to try those out. So Final Quest, the 9 Rings of Creation. So this is, wait, so is this included in the game? This is included in the game, right? I think so. This isn't an expansion, but it looks like it's kind of its own separate weird area. The 9 Rings of Creator. So 1 box, 1 Final Quest miniature, 20 unique cards, 29 unique items. Oh, and so these are all the different adventures you're going to go over. Oh, so it wasn't just 10 quest cards. That's something entirely different. Interesting. So I'm still looking at 5 gameplays of this, and that's good. 5 gameplays. I think that's reasonable, especially since this feels more like a special game. It doesn't just feel like your typical game you're going to get at the game night. Unless you hit 3, I guess, routinely, which I kind of do. One night, I dreamt a dream for possible future so bleak and so torn at the seam and the yada and the thing, and now you're literally just, okay, drafting, okay. During the prophecy phase, every player chooses their hero. Every hero has their hero board in miniature, which moves them through the map. Tile placement. This map is made out of tiles that every player places at the beginning of their turn during the phase. Okay, move and collect. This is good if I want to get into the weeds. I'm really just kind of looking more for a gameplay video here, or a how to play video here. This is great, though. Ooh, card drafting. I want to see some quotes, too. Like, prophecy phase, you draw 3 prophecy phase and pick 1 to play. Pass phase. So this looks very interesting mechanically, and here we go. Awesome. Clickable rule booklet. Love that. And then so we have a special 24-hour reward. Oh, wow, this is going to piss some people off. A daily... because that's big. If you're not here for the first day, you don't get this entire box, which is a tutorial box, which is going to make it easier for you to play the game. Ow. Ow! I check this out day 2 and I see this and I say, oh, well, forget you. Like, that's something, that's a big deal. I love when a game has a tutorial mode, like that first initial game, just to get your whistle wet and not, okay. Whatevs. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. I love seeing early bird rewards, but I don't particularly like this one. I think it just... I think it's going to really piss people off. 1 box, 9 units. We prepared a special bonus for our first backers in gratitude to the ones supporting ThreeTale from the very first 24 hours of the campaign. We include the tutorial to their purchase. And that just sounds so bad right there. Just that sentence. Hey, if you're here in the first 24 hours, we'll give you a tutorial. And if not, get banned. Like, what? Like, that's a really big thing. Especially when you're, okay, I'm over it, but that's rough. The tutorial is the final quest. Oh, it's a final quest? What the hell? Which meant to prepare you for even harder adventures up ahead. It plays through, is shorter, and so it's not the final quest, right? It would be the first quest, wouldn't it? The tutorial is the final quest meant to prepare you. Oh, it's the final quest before you go out and you actually do the mission. Now I understand. Thematically, this is like, oh, this is them testing you before they see if you can go back in time. Now that's cool. Once again, that'd be even cooler if that was one of the unique selling points of the game. Like, we got this how to play video, and we have a tutorial game that you can run through. It's spectacular. So there's actually 6 adventures in here. And then put something else here, like some stupid card or mini or something. But come on, the tutorial mode, that's a hot item. And while it's the first day, so you can still get this right now, I still feel like that's not, I don't like that. We're going with daily goals, as we believe they give us the opportunity to present balanced gameplay with consistent mechanics. Daily goals, I've never heard of a daily goal. I know of stretch goals, and I know of daily unlocks, but what are daily goals? Let's find out. We value our supporters' time. We take into account the vast number of games going live constantly and the amount of energy necessary to keep up with them. This is why our campaign is 14 days. We aim to present a neat campaign that will give you the needed time and information to make an informed choice whether to support ThreeTale without dragging it out. Interesting. You don't typically see people mention the actual logic behind going shorter, but I have done a poll on this, whether or not people liked shorter campaigns, and most people don't care, but of the people who do care, actually most people do not like the shorter campaigns, which I found really interesting. But anywho, you can try a demo here. Awesome. Excellent. That's what I want to see. Clickable. Beautiful. Why 1 and 3 players? Our research shows that the best player count for adventure co-op games is 3. What is our research? You mean playing games? As it allows for various interactions between players without prolonging game time and aggravating the gameplay. The player count of 3 makes ThreeTale perfect for tournaments. What? Does it make scoring easy and fair for all teams? What teams? That's... Whoa! Slow down here. This is a team tournament game, potentially? That was nowhere to be seen anywhere in the first 15 minutes, and that, I do believe, is a misstep. If you can play this head-to-head, Holy guacamole, that sounds fun. ThreeTale can also be played by one player, but they manage all three heroes at all times. Okay, three-handed. We recommend the solo player experience for those into multiple hero management. The two-player experience may be a bit awkward for some. Oh, wait. So you can play it two-player, which is why the reason why we advertise this as one and three-player game. So they're saying that you can play this two-player. We just think it's not the best. And I like that. I actually don't mind that at all, them specifically mentioning that. That's a great thing to mention. Oh boy, it does look fun. It does look fun, which is why I really want to know more. I am 5 plays in so far, and every time I play it, I enjoy it even more. I'd like to know more about why you enjoy it, Alex. And once again, I'm sure Alex talks about that in the video, but they chose not to include the extra things about why Alex likes it, which is why I think this is a bad quote right here. It just looks like fluff. I love the thematic nature. It's a beautiful game with an interesting twist on how virtues works. Okay, he kind of talked a little bit about something cool in the game, but not exciting enough for me to click here on this video for a preview. And once again, all I'm looking for is a gameplay. This is not going to be a gameplay, guaranteed it. Nope, not a gameplay. This one, probably not going to be a gameplay either. Nope, guaranteed. And why not actually put it on there? You clearly paid a lot of money for some of these videos. Why not actually have the videos on there? Hook people up. Just make it easier. I mean, but let me know what you... Actually, that's a poll question right there. Click videos or did not click videos? Would you prefer, as a Kickstarter consumer, to have the videos there where you can just click on it and you don't have to go to some external website, or to have this, which makes the page look cleaner? I think most people are not going to want to make the click, but I also see the appeal of this one. Interesting. I also feel like I'm a sacred place... I also feel like I'm in a sacred place when I'm playing this game. What the hell does that even mean? So it means he likes the game a lot, I think. These quotes are terrible. Once again, not putting it on genders. I'm putting it on Borderia because we see so much fluff quotes. And you even alluded, you broke the fourth wall and say, hey, we know a lot of crap is on Kickstarter right here. That's why we're not going to waste your time. But then at the same time... tell me why people like unique gameplay, unlike any adventure game I've ever played. What's so unique about it? That's what I want to know, because it looks cool. Every scenario has a well-constructed background story and fitting art. That excites me. And that would make sense because you're going through time, so each one will be a different time period? Is that what we're talking about? Are we talking about a sliders game or a quantum leap game right here? This is not being marketed correctly, in my personal opinion, if that isn't the fact the case, where each and every one of these is just a different snippet of history, because that unlocks so many different potential adventures you could go on. That's spectacular and exciting, and if that's the case, kudos for this quote, because that got me a little bit more excited about the game. We found that no matter how well your characters are developed, this game is not easy and the future can be hard and punishing. That also gets me excited as well, because I'm a big fan of co-op games. I love when they kick my butt. I enjoyed the first phase of the game, especially building out the map and cooperatively placing tiles to help your fellow heroes level up effectively. So that's the interesting part. You're going to be setting out tiles and then going on the adventure. Interesting. I want to know more. I just want... And that's the other thing. This should really tell me what kind of video each one of these is, because if I just want a gameplay video, I would imagine one of these probably is a gameplay video, but I don't know which one. So just a Devin Norris gameplay. Okay. So that's a little bit... This game has so much in it, lots to draw you in to consider. Oh, so we switched languages for a second. Okay. ThreeTale is a memorizing... lightweight but brutal cooperative game. The game challenges you to really work together and to be prepared for everything you are about to discover. Magical and mesmerizing journey through fables and fairy tales. So, what did I want? I wanted a gameplay video, and are they really gonna make me do it? Yeah, I'm gonna be thorough. I'm thorough on these videos. I don't want to get burned. Apparently, these dice that I recommended, gave it an A- a couple weeks ago. Apparently now the comment section is just absolute. Okay, so this is clearly not a gameplay video. This is not a gameplay video. This is a rule booklet. Nope, not a gameplay video. This one's 47 minutes. It might be. No, it's a 2-hour-long game.
Move to one, so let's move for one more to get it.
I don't think that's going to be a gameplay video, because it says it's a 2-hour game. All right, so no gameplay video. That's a little bit concerning. That's the thing that I think you should spotlight, at least one of those. But now we get to another thing. This is really interesting. So we don't have a one-stop shopping area, because we learned about the game first, the $70 game. And I actually liked pretty much the placement of that. We got right down to it when we listed the price. However, I don't like having the expansion down here, and I'm very curious to see how popular this expansion is, if there's another pledge level you can get this. Oh no, it looks like it's just an add-on. This expansion is Kickstarter exclusive, and is an act of gratitude for everyone who supports us from the very beginning of the airing of ThreeTale. Okay. I assure you that the expansion is not vital for the gameplay, as the core box is balanced and complete as it is. It does, however, contribute significantly to the game experience with its various new heroes and new future scenarios. Okay, cool. The wheat bread, that mini right there, I want that one in the game. That one's awesome. That's the first mini of yours that I've seen where I've been like, oh, there's some flavor in this game. Actually, that one is pretty sick. I'll take that back. That one's pretty sick, too. Okay. And now we're back to the generic. We got a guy with a thing, lady with a magical ball, Iron Smith, that's cool, but still nothing crazy. Oh, so the Final Quest miniature, so this one comes with 2 new, ooh, what is that? It looks like a Dalek type thing. And that also, oh, wow, this is cool. So we're getting a whole bunch here. So I feel like most people are going to want that. So my first thing that I would recommend, and once again, if this were on GameFound, it would automatically do it. You clearly want people to get the 70 plus the 30. You don't want anybody just getting the game, at least from their perspective. So the 5+1 option. The option is perfect for small retailers. So what is this? We're talking about a retail option right here. Providing the 5+1 opportunity, we also aim to lessen the shipping. So this is talking about that. So $350. So are these different stretch goals? 70, 30? No. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, 70, 100, and then the retailers. And then, ooh, we have more. Okay, I'm excited. Oh, this is the mega retailer if you want everything. Okay. Anybody want that? 4. Awesome. So nobody for just the 145 primarily on that. Okay. So good. But once again, I didn't actually know that was one of your pledge levels until I went over there. I think that's maybe, I don't know. I would spotlight that a little bit more. So shipping prices, and I do like how this is broken down. Core box expansion, 5+1 plus 5+1. So most people probably going to be around the $24 range in USA. I wish I had a better grasp of the size of these boxes. I think that would help make the shipping a little bit more palatable. But $20 in the United States of America I don't think is terrible at all. Especially if this is a larger box with another box. Because that's what you're getting. So 24? Yeah, it's not amazing, but I don't think it's terrible. $11 UK. Wow, or Mowers. Those are great. So those are some hot shipping rates for you guys. Hopefully the VAT is mentioned somewhere here. Not custom friendly. So yes, you are going to get jacked on the VAT, so we have to look into that a little bit closer. Germany, just crushing it with the shipping costs lately. All right, China, Hong Kong. So the shipping doesn't look amazing, but it looks serviceable. It looks maybe a smidge bit high, but honestly, who knows what the hell smidge bit high is anymore in our current shipping climate. But what I'm saying is it doesn't look like it's a deal breaker for most people. I don't think anybody's going to be like, $24 to ship these 2 boxes. What the hell? Even though $20 for the 1 box, a bit much. All right. February, Idea is Born. Oh, it's good. I was going to say, is this 2021 February? I was going to say, that may be the case, but I don't know if you'd want to admit it. Like, that's one of those things you keep to yourself, I think. August 2020, so the campaign Kickstarter. The Kickstarter campaign ends. Oh, so this is a relaunch. Did I not click on their previous... Wait, it said first created. Huh? Okay. The Kickstarter campaign ends. Oh, that's because this isn't a... Okay. They're telling... I'm an idiot. Let's keep going. Access to the pledge manager is granted. The development stage is over. The manufacturers, the April, and then the game gets delivered to you June. That is, that's a pretty quick turnaround. You know, that's next year. Origins Gen Con. I don't think it sounds completely crazy out of the realm of possibility, but it is something where it's like, if I had to bet on it, I'd probably say this one's going to get delayed a little bit. Just... let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think it will? I mean, June 2022, you know, it's looking a lot iffier now. We've chosen GameFound as our pledge manager. The shipping and VAT taxes will be collected there. Media, cool. Credits. I looked for you on Twitter and couldn't find you. Oh, that's because you don't have a Twitter. Take backsies. Credits. Lots of people working on it. Whatevs. Okay, so we are out. Let's check out the FAQ, the updates, comments, give this bad boy a final grade. Once again, remembering that this is just launched right now, and updates, one thing I'd recommend, just make sure you end with a question. I'm trying to think of a question right now, and a great question. Steal it, and I guarantee you're going to get some good comments and some good tickling of the algorithm, is saying, what time period would you most love to see our explorers travel to? Boom. Dunzo. And that's all you have to do. Whatever else is in the update is completely irrelevant. Thank you so much. You're great. We've hit the X amount % of our goal. We've got stretch goals exciting. Blah, 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 blah. And did they have stretch goals? No, they had daily goals. What the hell is a daily goal? Did we ever learn what the daily goal was? Okay, no, I don't think we did. They kind of glossed over that. Because I swear, oh gosh, the organization of this is going to kill me. All right, so daily goals. Because I know we saw Because the word daily goals, they weirded me out. They scared me. And this is why I like it when the shopping is one-stop shopping and everything is in the place. Because now I'm looking at expansion content, feedback. Why? Well, that's such a weird place to feedback. I guess it's not. Why 1 and 3 players? Digital. Daily goals. Okay, so here we were talking about. We're going with daily goals, as believe they give us. So then they say we're going with daily goals, which I don't even understand what that means. And then they don't even talk about the daily goals. I don't like that. You're supposed to be capturing the buzz, capturing the excitement right now. And I don't know what's coming in the future. Tease me. Tease me a little bit about what at least I'm going to get here. Like, if it's minis, because let's be quite frank, it's probably going to be minis, right? Like, there's probably going to be more stuff that's added to this game, which is why it was an $85 game, which is, it's on the high side for 10 minis. Well, I don't know. Simon's kind of ruined my skew of how much minis should cost. All right. Hi, I'm interested in the game, but 2 small questions. Since the game is sold with VAT for Switzerland, will you refund the European VAT? Probably not. Is it planned to make both the player boards in double layer? Good questions. Will there be a German version of this game? By checking the campaign, as I understand it, will be in several languages. Good luck, guys. I really want this game to be created. It's very nice. Or 3-player. Do we not have any collaborators? Did I think... I don't think we got collaborators here. Nope, no collaborators, which means Hersto is going to be very, very, very busy, or the customer service on this is going to be not the best. I'll chuck $1 their way, but don't think I'll end up backing. If September looks pretty good for games, and I'll value those with a lower price and VAT included. Yeah, but that stinks, because this looks like a cool game. Oh, so this is nice. Like in the rule booklet. Okay. Where are the pictures? I just want pictures, illustrations, examples. I'm getting some pictures, illustrations, examples. Okay. This looks like a decent rule booklet. Checking out the comments some more, though, then we'll get our final grade on this one. Borderia on the campaign graphic says Canada-friendly shipping, but then under Canada shipping is marked with a double asterisk, meaning we'll pay in customs. We will ask our fulfillment department so that we won't mislead you, and we will remove the badge for now until we know for sure. Sorry for that, and thank you for bringing it up. Thanks, I appreciate it. So that is good that they are on that. Yeah, he's going to be super busy, especially with all the questions about shipping and whatnot. So I'm planning on getting the core expansion, but I won't be living in my house. I now live in 9 months, years away. A problem changing my address. You'll be able to change your address. Thank you, Sam. Awesome. And that one right there is why you gotta love super backers. Sam is not on this. Sam doesn't work for this company, but Sam did Borderia's job and just made Borderia's job a little bit easier. I would go in there and I would totally thank Sam. Make Sam feel appreciated so that Sam might be more likely to save you a little bit like that. Like, good on you, Sam. Gosh, I was checking in every 30 minutes for this project whole day and took a break for 90 minutes and boom! I'm 1 hour late. Will there be any gameplay add-ons or is the €100 pledge gameplay all in? Need this info to plan backing other projects. And that's one of the risks of doing daily updates. This is all that you could back, but other things will be added for free. Feel free to back other projects as well. Well, thank you for giving him permission to back other projects as well. Okay, and that's one of the disconnects I'm having with is the price, because it's not just an $80-something game. With the shipping, we're bumped up even higher. And I'm wondering if that's potentially part of the reason why this is not launching off as I expected, because it had a lot of people that were excited, because now we're $24. So now at this point, if you get the all-in, which is what you're going to want, you're looking at a $143 game. For what you've shown me is 15 minis? Is that it? That's a hard ask. That's a really hard ask, and I'm sure they're going to unlock more. But I can honestly see why this is not launched off like the way that I think a lot of people probably expected it to, because it had at least 1,000. I know I don't pre-schedule any kicks, and now I kind of want to. This is going to be really interesting. I am going to start writing down how many people were pre-registered for a project, and then that'll be something I can look at and be like, it had 10,000 pre-registered, but nobody's backing. Interesting. This one did not. I'm not saying it had 10,000. That's a huge number. But anywho, that is ThreeTale. Final grade on this one. Do I want it? Yes, I still think it looks like a really cool game. I need a gameplay video. I need a how to play video. Yeah, I'm kind of on the $1 thing. I wish that could be a grade. Just back it for $1 and see what they're going to do. But I think that immediately puts you in the C range, somewhere C or worse. Can you do it? Once again, first-time creator, nothing here at all sold me on can you do it. You did not mention your manufacturer. You have some nice-looking minis, and there's a lot of stuff here that looks really good and shows me that you've put in research onto what industry standard is and how to run the Kickstarter. This feel free to back other projects is so funny to me. Maybe they allocate money month to Kickstarter and want to know if it's worth it before the other games they're interested in. The answer was bad. It was feel free to back other games. That I don't even know. That's such a weird question. I don't disagree with Sailor though. Okay. So final grade on this one. Can you do it? Nothing convinced me here. I'm a little bit nervous about that. And then how much is it? I thought the price was pretty high. So I guess I'm leaning towards like a D plus here. Man, C minus? Maybe C minus. C minus. I'm gonna go C minus. I honestly, I need to see a gameplay video. I need to know what's gonna change from game to game. I think that's the main thing here. Is that this I'm hoping is going to be, every time I play this in a different time period, it's going to feel like a different game, but with the same familiar mechanics, so I won't have to learn a whole bunch of rules. And if that's what it's going to be, because I'm kind of just, yeah, so I give it the final grade, but I want to see, so this one, Final Quest, yeah, I wish I saw more of the cards. Yeah, because look, the only card I get to see is this final boss card. I wish we knew a little bit more about what these unique cards were, so you could really help instill more of a sense of thematic flair to each and every one of these boxes, so that it would just get me excited. Every time I open this box, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a whole new world we're entering, quite literally, a different time period. And I think that could have been spotlighted a little bit much. It goes back to what I said about Sliders / the other Quantum Leap. If that's what this game is, I think they need to pitch it a little bit more like a medieval version of that. But let me know. That's ThreeTale. Lots of thoughts on that one. Still looks like a really stinking cool game, but Kickstarter, I think it could have been done a little bit differently. But let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Help tickle my YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you enjoy these weird, wild journeys into Kickstarter pages, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.